Nobody cares about any of those things. The only thing they care about is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sucking the oxygen out of the room. And good news is good news, and bad news is good news. And as long as you keep talking about it, it's a good thing. So now you have the entire government, in essence, saying it's just so good, we're a little bit afraid of it. And then you have people like the Ray Dalio saying, yeah, well, what's your problem with it? Well, it's just so perfect that I'm sure that somebody will want to stop it or ban it because it's too perfect. Yeah. I mean, really, that's the problem, that it's just too good that people are afraid of it. I think it's good advertising.
Do you tell your marketing team at MicroStrategy that no press is bad press?
I've tweeted it. I think P.T. Barnum said it once. He said all publicity is good publicity. But certainly, right. I think for Bitcoin, I really do believe that the more people talk about it, the better it is. You can't buy this kind of publicity. Name one other's investable asset that is getting this news cycle. No. Right now, it's dominating the mainstream media. It's dominating television. It's dominating everybody's concerns. Is there a politician in the world that isn't aware of it? Okay, right. So here's the thing. Like when I was young, I used to hate the short sellers. Oh, they're shorting my stock. But the truth is, someone that shorts your stock has to buy it back in the future. So if someone talks about Bitcoin and they say they like it, then that's good. But if they talk about Bitcoin and they have an issue, then there's only two things you can do, right? You can either buy it or you cannot buy it. And so if 100 billion times people mention it and half the time they agree with the person that said whatever they said, okay, well, then they didn't buy it, but that's the status quo. The other half of the time, the status quo is changing. So I think that this is really just elevating the brand.
Is there a scenario that you can imagine, even with a 0.1% chance of happening, where you would actually start selling Bitcoin in the next year or 2 years?
No, look, Bitcoin is the most stable, highest form, highest value property in the world right now, right? So trading Bitcoin for something else is trading from the apex property, the best property, to an inferior property. So I can imagine scenarios where I borrowed against billions of dollars of Bitcoin to buy some other property that I wanted. There are other things, right? I won't dispute that owning the stock of a great company is not a good thing. I would just say that there's no better thing than owning pure digital energy on the dominant crypto asset network. So I wouldn't sell it because that implies you're trading something for something better. Well, there is nothing better. So I wouldn't do that. We spent a lot of time getting educated on the issue before we bought our first Bitcoin. That was an in-depth process of education. We consulted with experts. We studied, we read the books. We considered the accounting implications. We considered the legal implications. We considered the business implications. We considered the securities implications. And then every week since then, we have considered every development in the market and how we feel about it. So I think the board takes this very seriously. Clearly it's not like you would buy billions of dollars of this and then ask the question to the board, what do you think, right? This is a strategy of the company. It's disclosed in our 10K. We have two principal strategies. One strategy is to acquire and hold Bitcoin, right? So in a publicly traded company, you would have consensus on the board before you did something like that. And that only comes with extensive due diligence. If you wouldn't hold it for a decade, you shouldn't hold it for 10 minutes. I think these things aren't good for speculators. I don't think you should, but I don't think you should be a speculator if you're a normal person. If you're a trader, maybe traders love it or hate it. I don't know, but you shouldn't be a trader. You're either an investor or you're a saver. If you're a saver, you're swapping a weak currency or a weak property for a strong property and a strong currency. And that's one way to view Bitcoin, macroeconomically moving toward the strong apex property. And if you're a technologist, you're buying the dominant digital monetary network with this view that one day 8 billion people will be swapping energy via mobile phones with 100 million companies at the speed of light, subject to Moore's law, with computer programs thinking very fast. So you would buy it because you believe in digital property, digital energy, digital money, and you believe in the philosophy of an anti-inflationary asset. And if that's the reason you're doing it, then it doesn't really matter what happens day by day, week by week, month by month. Ask me again in like 4 years and I'll give you an interim check.
Right. But what about the US perspective? So now I listen to a lot of people in the current administration. I won't pick on any names. My impression is that if a few of them had a magic wand and they could topic disappear, meaning make Bitcoin disappear, they might actually do it. Now, luckily, our system doesn't allow for that, but I think that's what they believe.
I don't see that at all. Actually, I think that some of the altcoiners spread that kind of message. I actually think if you look at every statement by a central banker, they're pretty clear. Bitcoin is property. Bitcoin is a commodity. I'll give you the exact quote. Bitcoin is a digital, scarce, speculative store of value, unquote. If you took away the word speculative and you said Bitcoin is a digital, scarce store of value, right? Then that suggests that all $500 trillion in the world should be converted to Bitcoin overnight. So you have to add the word speculative in order to actually create any competition at all. And I don't think there's any debate. I mean, Christina Lagarde has said that. Jerome Powell has said that. Gary Gensler has said that. I think Janet Yellen has said that. I think the people in Congress and the Senate have said that. Right. So I haven't seen any regulator actually debate that Bitcoin is a digital store of value. And so it's speculative. That means be careful and think about it when you buy it. No one's talking about taking away your ability to hold digital property, not in Western Europe, not in the United States. Is it okay for me to not pay taxes if I sell $1 billion of Bitcoin with a $900 million tax gain? No. Is it okay for me to transfer $1 billion to someone and not disclose it and not pay taxes on it? No. Right? I mean, can I issue $1 billion of yo-yo coin, to my friends and call it a currency and a token and a commodity and not file a regulatory disclosure on who owns it? And the answer is no. Right. So I think that the regulations coming to securities and it's regulation related to, are you abiding by securities laws? Are you abiding by tax laws? And that kind of compliance will continue. But digital property in the form of Bitcoin isn't really disputed by anybody. If you looked at the Senate hearings they had last week, there was broad-based consensus. Every single senator, their body language and what they said indicated that they're supportive of Bitcoin and the crypto industry in general. Everybody just wants it to be regulated appropriately. And I think the regulators have agreed. So I'm not really concerned about that. I think that the narratives in the FUD are spread by traders and speculators, and it'll be worked out.
So we have by my count, upwards of 175 currencies in the world today. What do you think happens to those currencies 25 years from now?
I think there'll be a shakeout. I mean, I think that you'll see the bottom 150 disappear.
Really? In 25 years?
I think there's a shakeout in the cryptocurrencies, right?
Sure.
I think when Gensler pointed out that of 6,000 currencies, they're not all going to last, people were up in arms. But the truth is, if you believe that the bottom 150 currencies or 100 currencies are going to disappear, why wouldn't you think that the bottom 4,000 or 5,000 cryptocurrencies are also going to disappear?
But that's a very different statement than saying 150 world currency or sovereign currencies will disappear, right?
The world doesn't need the weak ones, right? The world needs the US dollar. It's clear that the RMB is going to last. The dollar is going to last. A currency issued by a strong country, decently managed, will last. I mean, it's common for people to criticize inflation in the dollar, but you should keep in mind that inflation in the dollar is nothing compared to inflation in the Bolivar.